Once there was a restless, dreamy young man named Steve. He had a strange stubbornness in his eyes, and his head was full of ideas that made people laugh. People thought, "Isn't this boy crazy?" His dream was to give people devices that would make their lives easier, bringing the whole world into their hands. From that dream, a company called Apple was born. Stevie and his friends started this revolution in a corner of a garage. They worked day and night without enough food or comfortable sleep. After building the first computer and showing it, everyone was amazed. This is magic. This is the future. Slowly, Apple became a shining star of technology. Steve Jobs became a legend overnight. Everyone looked at him with awe. But the story doesn't end here. Here comes the real twist. The very company he had built, brick by brick with his own hands, for which he had sacrificed his sleep and comfort, that very company one day threw him out. Imagine being kicked out of an empire you built yourself and everyone watching. For Steve Jobs, it was a time of immense pain. People were laughing. Friends were distancing themselves. People were saying it's over. Steve's game is finished. He won't be able to turn around. Steve felt like it was the end. He was disappointed. He broke down. But that restless spirit within him wouldn't let him stay still. Instead of sitting idle, he started anew. He created a computer company called Next, which might not have been as successful, but taught him a lot. And during this time, he bought a small animation studio called Pixar. Who knew then that this Pixar would one day become a name that shook the world of animation films? Toy Story, Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, one masterpiece after another. People called this period of Steve's life the journey through the desert. Imagine a person who was so successful now having to fight from scratch again. But this desert made him stronger, more astute. He learned how to learn from mistakes, how to turn defeat into a stepping stone for a new beginning. Then came that historic moment. Apple was on the verge of collapse. They had no ray of hope. Just then, a dramatic comeback occurred. Steve Jobs, who had once been thrown out, was called back to save Apple. Steve returned, bringing with him his desert experience, his newly learned strategies. He saved Apple, not just saved it, but made it one of the world's leading technology companies. iPod, iPhone, iPad. He proved with one revolutionary product after another that if a person holds on to their dream and is ready to learn from defeat, no obstacle can stop them. Steve's story is not just a story of technology. It's the story of a human being's never give up attitude. When all doors are closed, when everyone leaves you, if you still believe in yourself and work hard, even the most difficult path in life can be filled with the light of success. His pain, his struggle taught him how to touch the stars in the sky. This is the true mantra of inspiration, isn't it? If you like the story, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.